Good morning and welcome to Cass's Cards. I am Cass and these are my cards. This is a plain Jane tarot reading, so it doesn't matter what astrology sign you are. It can be one of the signs or all the signs, which likely you are all of the signs because when you were born you had every planet a part of this universe. So, anyway, yeah. As I always like to say, tarot is simply a deck of cards. It is a game. So, whatever you hear in this message today is to be taken with a grain of salt and a shot of tequila if that is your thing, though I do not personally recommend it. So, today is Monday. I'm sorry, Monday. I really don't want it to be Monday either. It is Thursday, the 25th of May. May is what I meant to say. Yeah, so the moon moved from Cancer into Leo yesterday, so the moon is currently in Leo. Let's see here. Yeah, that's about that. So, let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Got a little Lang Lang incense burning. Help emphasize the sacral chakra today. If you end up liking anything you see, I will be ever so grateful for you to show me some love there at the bottom of the screen. I really hope that you're able to pay attention and pick at least one message that finds you today. If it does, awesome. If not awesome, then it just isn't your reading. Okay. Guardians of the Four Corners. Mother of the Earth, Father of the Sky, angels, ancestors, sacred ones. We call on you, and we welcome you here and now in this space with us. If you would please be ever so kind to share the messages we are meant to hear today. We are most grateful. Angels, ancestors, and spirit guides, what messages are we meant to hear today, please? What messages are we meant to hear today, please? Thank you. Thank you. You've been feeling down on yourself lately? Like your foundation hasn't been very steady? Like you're just being left alone? You have help available to you, though. For some reason, you just are trying to do it on your own. Feeling a sense of victimhood, feeling like you're the only one who can take care of things. Instead of reaching out for help, you're just moving along, focusing on yourself. Then we've got the Hangman. You definitely need to look at things differently. Stop feeling down on yourself. Stop feeling, like, poor me. I have to do all this on my own. I have to work on my own. I don't have as much as I'd like. My foundation is a little uneasy, you know. I'm financially struggling, and how am I going to put food on the table? You really need to take a look at your situation from an outside perspective. If you were your friend in somebody else's shoes looking at you and your life, what advice would you give yourself? What would you do differently? The hangman, you know, he's looking like he's just hanging from this tree. He doesn't look like he's sad, mad, or indifferent. That sun is still beaming behind his head because he's got a totally different view of the world hanging upside down. I think that's exactly what you need to do, is take a totally different view at something. Because the second you do, love's going to come in. A message of love. A message of emotions. Could be a younger water sign too. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Okay. So, what is this message coming through for us? What is this message coming through for us? Angels, ancestors, and spirit guides. What is this message? Thank you. What is this message? Oh yeah, it's definitely a message of love. Someone cares about you deeply. This Queen of Cups, she is nurturing, she is loving. She gives with all of her heart. She really just nurtures things, and she's really in the feels. She's very sure about her emotions and how she feels about a situation. She puts all her love and devotion into things. Very mother-like, very nurturing. This could even be your mother coming in, giving you a message of love, showing you she cares. Maybe you have some unresolved issues to handle with your mother. What other messages do you have for us? Angels, ancestors, and spirit guides. What other messages? Thank you. Flipper right there. Okay. I think once you have this conversation and you are nurtured a little bit, you realize that you do have love in your life. It's going to bring you happiness. You're going to realize you have more than you thought. Your emotions are going to be full. You're going to feel joy. You're going to be happy. See this guy, he's, you know, a little pudgy pie there. He's sitting there nice and full on his wine and those cups back there. He's got all of his cups. He's sitting there with his arms folded, belly full, nice little smile on his face. He feels like he's got it all, except he's just lacking one cup. Even though he's got all of this stuff, there's just something missing. Just something out of his heart. What is it that you're still desiring in life? What is it that you feel like is missing? What do you feel like needs to come in for yourself? What would satisfy your emotions? Okay, okay. Let's see here. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides. What is it that needs to come in for us? Why do we feel like we're still missing something? We have all of this love. Thank you. Yeah, you're still trying to get over some unresolved issues from your past. You definitely were hurt. Somebody shut you down. Maybe this was coming out of, an abusive relationship with a lover or a parent or sibling or close friend. You feel like you've got your boundaries up too tall. That's what's missing, is you gotta step out of your fear. Stop being so afraid. You gotta actually step out of your boundaries a little bit and take a risk, make a move. I mean, you can tell this guy, he's already fought a bunch of battles with those wands, because he's clearly been there, done that, knows what to expect. But maybe that's the mentality you need to change right now. Stop expecting what you don't know is true. You know what flags to look for, though, now. You know what you do and don't want in a relationship. Don't be so judgmental right away. Step out of your comfort zone. Step out of those walls. Give love a chance. Give your emotions a chance again. Doesn't even necessarily have to be love. I think you just need to learn to be happy. Get out of this funk that you're in down here. I shouldn't say down here, up here. Get out of this funk. You gotta definitely look at things differently. Recognize the love you have in your life. Allow yourself to be happy and to stop being so afraid and tiptoeing around a situation. You've definitely had reason to keep your guard up in the past, but that doesn't matter now. You gotta let that guard down. Alright, so do you have any advice for us, angels, ancestors, and guides? Any advice for us, please? Any advice? Thank you. Think logically. Think smarter, not harder. Make sure to be wise about a choice. Don't go into things too quickly. This page, he's a little bit younger, probably under the age of 25, coming in to give you some kind of message. He's really going to make you think, though. This message is definitely going to have you thinking. Just make sure that you take back from the situation and you don't think too quickly so you have regrets down the road. Really try to take time to think about that. The advice is to just think before you react on your emotions. I think that's exactly what that is. Because you're still struggling. Your logic is still relatively immature because you're experiencing all these emotions. You're going from sad to I want love, okay, I feel love and I'm happy, to yeah, that's not really love, right? I'm terrified of it. I don't want happiness because I'm scared I'm gonna get hurt again. Think about it. let your heart and your mind work together in unison. You don't have to just lead with one or the other. So if we use our logic and think about this clearly, what is the outcome for us? What is the outcome, angels, ancestors, and guides? What is the outcome here, please? Thank you. You're smart, you know what to do. Alright, yep. Your manifestations, your desires, your dreams, your passions, everything's going to come through for you. Yep. And then the money will follow. And your Emperor is going to come in. Wow. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guys. Yep, so if you just come in and listen to this advice from this younger person here who's trying to come in with some logic, you know, don't disregard the fact that this person's younger, because younger people, surprisingly, you know, they don't have as much life experience, so they're more likely to tell you the truth and the way it is, right? Look at this. The second that you put your heart and head together, your passions, your desires, you combine everything instead of, you know, leaving everything unbalanced, you're gonna get all of your dreams, all of your manifestations. They're all gonna come true. You are the magician here. Putting all this into action. And then look, the second that happens, you get a message of money, of a steady foundation from an emperor, from a boss, from a ruler, someone who wants to come in and offer you a new steady foundation. Could be an offer of a job, something that's secure, stable. Could even be an offer of love. That brings you financial security and stability. This could even be a healing relationship with your father, too. Wow. Oh, thank you, angels. Thank you, guys, for telling us the messages we needed to hear today. Let's see what angel messages come out for us today. Angel, sweet angel, what messages do you have for us today, please? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, the angels have 4 messages for us today. So let's go ahead and take a look. Let's see what they want to tell us, shall we? Go into nature and clear any negative thoughts or energies you may have. It is so very important to remember to connect with nature. I'll tell you, every time I do go out for a walk in a park or, you know, around the lake, just sit by the lake and watch the water flow, it really is just enough to be there in the moment and acknowledge nature and how amazing this earth really truly is. Then we have your loved ones want you to live the life you're destined for. I think that says enough in itself. You came here in, agreement with your family, with your ancestors. You all decided to take on the roles you are currently in. And even those that are within the universe here, that are no longer here, actually in a physical body on the earthly plane, they're still rooting for you. You just may be here for the entire family line to take care of some history, some karma that has been in the family for generations and generations. That stuff's stored in your DNA. Maybe you're the chosen one that is here to clear it. Here to save your family's future moving forward. You ever thought of it that way? Just know that you have a purpose here. Then the next card we got is you are a true being of the universe. Your beauty radiates from within. I don't even have to read the messages, and the angels are talking to me right now, huh? You really are a part of this universe. That's why nature is so important. If you just sit down in nature and even just look at a patch of grass, think about how many blades of grass are just in that small foot by foot section. It's a lot of grass. That's a lot of life. Then think of all the bugs that are in there and the nutrients in the soil. And, the bugs beneath that, the worms, the ants, everything. That little 1 foot by 1 foot section has so much life in it. And then there's you, just sitting there in that patch of grass within so much nature. You're but a cell on this planet Earth, let alone this planet Earth is just a cell within the universe. Life is so much bigger than us. Once you recognize that, you'll look at life so much more different. Problems resolve when you surrender them to your angels. See? Problems are nothing when you have that universal mentality. They are just a hiccup in this journey of life. Slight little bump in the road, speed bump, obstacle, whatever you want to call it. Just gotta pick yourself up and keep enjoying the journey. Stay in the here, stay in the now. Oh, I love that for us. Thank you, angels. And let's see, angels and ancestors, what oracle message you have for us today? What oracle message do you have for us today, please? It's all about the way you look at things. I think it's so funny because my kids are teens now, but I just had this song pop up in my head. I don't even know if the show is still on because it was a kids show. But I just started thinking, think happy thoughts, that's what you gotta do. Don't worry, y'all, I'm not gonna quit my day job. I know singing probably isn't pleasant for your ears, but just be pre-warned, I do love to sing. So I'm probably gonna do it anyway. I can't tell you if it's a great idea or not, but Guess what? I enjoy it. Alright, angels, ancestors, and spirit guides. That's interesting. We have a long card right here. Okay, ancestors, angels, and spirit guides. What is the oracle message we are meant to hear today, please? What is the oracle message we are meant to hear today, please? Angels, ancestors, and spirit guides. Angels, ancestors, and spirit guides. What message are we meant to hear today, please? What message are we meant to hear? What message are we meant to hear? Angels, ancestors, and guides. Thank you. For the record, I do shuffle 3 times, so my angels and ancestors and guides know that I always shuffle 3 times, and if they don't give me a card by then, I'm gonna pick one. That's why they just spit out more cards to me. Thank you. Thank you, angels. Thank you, ancestors. Alright, so the first card we had fly out was the Stag. Trust and thrive. Okay. Then we have Mirror Guardian. Take time to reflect. We got this one yesterday too. And then we got Fire Guardian. Ignite your passions. Alright, let's go ahead and read up here and see what the Stag has to tell us today. I do very much love deer. That's something. I'm very familiar with deer growing up. Where I grew up was on a forest preserve, more or less within a city, which is kind of interesting, but there was a very thick deer population, so anytime I see a stag, it does help me feel at home. A buck, as I like to call them. Alright, so Stag, trust and thrive. Come alive and thrive. Stand in your light and glory with grace and majesty. The Stag card brings graceful and powerful medicine into your life. In the Celtic traditions, the stag, with his crown of antlers, is known as the king of the forest and is a totem that brings protection in challenging times. In Native American traditions, he is greatly loved, for stags and deer have provided food for the people and materials that have allowed them to create medicine items, such as drums, rattles, and smudge fans. Although the stag has been hunted in the past, and still is, he has strength, dignity, and poise. When this card arises, it can also represent fertility and sexuality, maybe an opportunity to explore your sexual side with your spiritual integrity supporting you on that journey. You have an opportunity to thrive. Trust in all that you have to offer, all your gifts, strength, and power, and make the most of it. You're born to lead, and this can only become reality when you are willing to put yourself in that position. Star energy allows you to feel safe because the antlers keep away anything that could interfere with your intelligence and presence, and their strength gives you the power to be agile in your thinking. You are being encouraged to retain your dignity and be proud of who you are and all that you've accomplished. This, in turn, will give you even more power to thrive, onwards and upwards. Oh, well, I do love that message. So basically, I mean, this is saying that the stag is giving because it helps the people to feed them and to provide them materials, but at the same time, it still is strong and holds poise and dignity. I do like that very much. Thank you, angels and ancestors. Let's go ahead and move on to the Mirror Guardian here. Thank you, angels and ancestors. Okay. So we have Mirror Guardian, take time to reflect. Take some time to reflect on your strengths and challenges and how far you've come. Recognize your gifts. Angels accept you just the way you are, even when you are going through a challenging time. They still hold you in the highest esteem. The Mirror Guardian, a female angel looking into the mirror of life, invites you to witness your spiritual strength and beauty, to see yourself as angels do. The mirror represents the fact that your core beliefs and ideas are in fact what is reflected back to you by your world. Your life is one big mirror, and how you feel within and the Mirror Guardian helps you recognize that. When this card appears, you are being invited to take some time to see where you are right now. You are a beautiful being who has surmounted so many challenges and expanded in so many ways. Your angels are now guiding you to take inventory of your life, to take the time to note all of your recent experiences, the challenges you have surmounted, the strengths you have developed, and the lessons you have learned. Your angels want you to reflect on your strengths, in particular those aspects of yourself that you feel have not been acknowledged by others. Offer yourself approval where it's due, and know that when you give yourself credit, others will be able to as well. It all starts with you. Starts with you. The second you start feeling happy and you nurture yourself and you care about yourself, you show yourself love, is when love's going to come in for you and other people are going to recognize it. And you will be nurtured. You will be cared for. You will recognize the love coming into you. I love that so very much. Thank you, angels and ancestors. And then we have the Fire Guardian. Alright. Fire Guardian. Okay, we got a short and sweet message from the Fire Guardian. Ignite your passions. Connect with your desires. The sparks could lead to something beautiful. The Fire Guardian represents the angels of fire. Fire is an energy that many people are afraid of, but shouldn't be. Burning desires can lead to great expansion. Allow the Fire Guardian to help you awaken a wilder side of yourself and burn away any fear or shame that stands between you and your desires. When this card appears, you are reminded that passion is powerful and absolutely encouraged by spirit. You're being guided by your angels to connect with the powerful energy of desire at this time. If you have recently set an intention to explore your sexual side or become more sexually open, the fire of desire can burn away any old setbacks that are preventing you from expressing that part of your nature. If you are in a relationship, this card can indicate a great spiritual and sexual connection. Open up for yourself. Live a little bit. Get out there. Stop holding yourself back. Stop keeping your boundaries so high. You've lived, you've learned. Look at life from a different perspective and allow your head and your heart to work together in order to move on. You know deep down in your soul what is and what isn't good for you and what flags to look for at this point. You've just got to be the one to step past those walls of yours in order to move on. Second you do, your life's gonna totally do a flip turn upside down. Excuse me. Ooh. But anyhow, I believe that the angels, ancestors, and guides came in and told us what messages we needed for today. Thank you for joining me. And again, if you like what you saw, please go ahead and show me some love there at the bottom. And until next time, sending you much peace, love, hugs, and happiness. Bye.